What's your favorite Langston Hughes poem?
Oh, for me growing up, one that I used to do would be Final Call. Do it. So there's this long litany of individuals in history who have been of service to others, and it starts with send for this one, to, take the tears away, send for that one, send for Toussaint Louverture to do this, the things that they did, send for Malcolm, send for Martin, send for this, send for that, and it goes down this list, and it just builds and builds and builds and builds and builds, and in the last it says, and if nobody comes, send for me. So that, woo, I just got chills in. But that was one that I used to do. It's called Final Call. The final call is a service that you would do. Yeah. So that's why I fell in love with Langston Hughes a long time ago.
The one I'm most familiar with is the Life Ain't Been No Crystal Stair. That one. It's the only phrase I can remember from it, but I grew up hearing that often. I heard someone saying it around here, and I was like, that was Langston Hughes, But, it's like he's present and has been around us. Yeah. Like, even when we didn't realize it was him, even like in this film, like he's the underlining of the film.
I have it in the movie. That's one of my favorite poems. What Happens to a Dream Deferred, I think, is beautiful and very deep question.
For me, Langston Hughes was introduced to me by my mother. I cannot disassociate one from the other because the first time I ever heard his name was in the mouth of my mother, who quoted his poems, and James Weldon Johnson, and that was the sort of thing that they did for us in West Virginia, where there were such a few amount of African Americans, to make sure that we had some sense of our own heritage and who we were as a people. And to be a part of it now, to me, is as much in tribute to her teachings to me as it is to his fine works that inspired those teachings to me.